Hey everybody, got a Western Digital hard drive here, passport, 2 terabytes, and it can't be read. It was connected to a laptop. The laptop, they moved it, it was connected, and it kind of got bumped or had a slight fall. Not a whole lot of detail, but the bottom line is it stopped reading. I connected it briefly, and you can hear like a buzzing sound, which kind of sounds like a head that gets stuck on a platter. I just recorded a little video with that sound, so you can kind of hear that. So if you got a disc that's doing that same sound, that's probably what it is. So let's we're gonna open it up and see if it's a stuck head. We've done these a couple times, and hopefully we could unstick it. And this I'm going to do right here on this bench. This is something that, I mean, I don't recommend. If you've never done one, I'd probably just pay somebody to do it. Technically, you're going to read, you need a clean room and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you could send it out to a clean room and pay $1,000. But if you don't want to pay the $1,000 or it's not worth $1,000, send it to us or somebody that has done this before. And the success rate has been pretty good, you know. And I always hate to say that, because when you say that, that's when your success rate goes like down, as per Murphy's Law, right? Oh, my wrist. So this is just going to be a separation. What we're doing here, actually, I've had discs that we've unstuck, recovered them, because really what you want to do is once you unstick it, you just basically recover it. You don't want to mess around and keep using the disc. But I've had discs afterwards that we've tested and retested for a while, and they wind up being pretty solid. Again, they're cheap, so it's probably not worth risking using it. Just get it replaced. So that just opens right up. And you got yourself just a 2.5 hard drive. Western Digital, 2 terabytes. So we got to remove this tape, which is, oh, this is the one that not sure, this might be the one. I opened one of these up that the actual tape it was kind of the seal. It didn't really have a metal plate in certain areas, so it was just the tape alone sealed it up. Talk about cutting corners. I mean, it's a good tape. It's like an aluminum tape. Pretty heavy, but still, sheesh. So what I expect to find is, you'll have an arm here, and you'll have the round platter, and then this will be stuck in the middle, more than likely. I had one once that was kind of stuck just right at the edge. I guess it was stuck. It wouldn't remount onto the. It's kind of like a little parking ramp there, but that's kind of the sound. So yeah, it does have does have some plates, does have screws, it does. But this actually, there's some air gaps, and this tape seals the air gaps. So you don't want to just rip this off, because once we, again, I'm presuming that that's the head, and it's stuck and all that. So if we are able to dislodge the head without it being damaged, then after that we would read the drive, but we would have to put this back, because you don't want to have the drive open air, because then that's a whole nother problem. Even though I have a video with a drive in just open air without a cover as a test to see how long it'll run, and it ran a long time. It never failed. But it's not supposed to, because this is supposed to, when it spins, it's supposed to create like this air gap between the head and the platter. That, supposedly, it's like a perfect airflow to keep it just hovering right there. So it shouldn't be open and exposed for the air to just swirl around wherever. Most of these drives have just screws and a plate, and you take it off. Right, so it says here, do not press on top cover. I guess this top cover is probably very thin. I'm just peeling it best possible, because again, I'm gonna have to try to put it back on. Either the header stuck or on the platter, or it's stuck on the ramp or something like that. Yeah. So this does have, a full plate, but this aluminum foil seals the air. The normal ones, the full plate has like a little rubber edge on it, and it seals down completely on it. This one is just sealed off by this aluminum foil. Okay, so we got that off pretty intact. Kind of flatten it out there. So if you could see, it's got that plate, but this is wide open. This is open air right into the assembly right there. And it's even got it's open on the edges, but that's wide open. right there. So you can't just run it like that. I mean, you probably could, but not a good idea. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got a T5. Probably a good idea to keep the screws organized. They're probably all the same, but no extra cost in just keeping them in the same spot. You know, keep them organized, put them back in the same spot. Not going to be any more difficult to do that. Using this T5, but let me see, because it's kind of, it works, but it's that's interesting. The T5 works, but so does the T4. T4 is actually more accurate. It goes in a little deeper. Yeah. So T4. The T5 was gripping. I guess the head is concave. We're going click, click, click. No. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here, when we open it, we're going to try to open it, keep it open the least possible, close it. I don't have any fans going on or anything like that. I mean, the AC is on, which I should turn off. So I do have a vent kind of right there. So the less air flowing around, the less dust could fall on there. So normally what we have here is the disc, and right in the center there should be a nut there, and that's what we would try to grab to spin and kind of hook the arm to drag it back at the same time. If that's the case, which we don't know yet. So I'm going to first just take a peek, because if it's not, then I'm not going to keep opening and messing around with it. I'm just going to open it up and take a quick peek and see if what I'm saying is accurate, which it is. Correct. So you can see that head is in the middle of the platter. Now, that might be a T5. Correct. And then we got to spin this and try to pull this head back at the same time. And there's very little room here to, I'm going to pull it from back here. And that's all she wrote. Now, I don't know if you had a good view or not, probably not, but we did drag it back. Hopefully the head is intact. Hard to say. I didn't really spend too much time inspecting it, because the point here is just get that head off of there and not keep this open too long. You don't want any, basically anything getting in there, dust, what have you. And just going around, making sure everything's tight. These should be tight. And that's a wrap. We're going to connect it to a computer or to our Rapid Spar. Actually, I think I got something on my Rapid Spar, so I'll probably just connect it to a Mac. This is Mac formatted. And hopefully it'll be good to go. Let's see. This has a little breathing hole over here on this side, so you kind of want to try to put it back exactly how it was. So try to match that up first. Right. So if you got that, and not a great match. Close enough. Actually, I'll bring a Mac over here, and since we're at it, yeah, I'll bring a Mac over here and we'll pop it on. And see what we get. So we won't have to cut and come back. I have dual boot Windows on here, so I'll have to restart this. I have some other machines that'll read it, but I'm working on one of them. So just to keep it simple, we'll connect it here and see if it mounts. As a matter of fact, I am not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because this has USB 2.0, and once I get that mounted the first time, I'm going to just transfer the data. I don't want to just mount it and then have to move it over to another machine just in case. You want to minimize as many possibilities of something going wrong, and you want to minimize time. So you don't want to do the transfer on a 2.0. It's going to take whatever, twice as long, 3 times as long. If the drive has a problem and it's got a limited life, you might not get as far. So I don't have a Mac with 3.0. I don't have a new Mac. No. So that's going to be a wrap. I am going to put this on the Rapid Spar. I got to pull another drive off of there to jump over there. The Rapid Spar not only will stabilize the drive better, but also I have software on there to be able to do the Apple formatted Mac drives. So for now, that's what's going on right here, right now at PC 911.